I know we have a lot to get to, but I actually want to start with a fun fashion question
Oh,
because,
hey.
well, you've been rocking these winter coats the past few weeks on the sidelines. Can you give us a hint of what you might be wearing at the Super Bowl?
My stylist had it custom done with a designer. It was really cool being part of the process and kind of deciding certain things to go with it and what we wanted it to look like color-wise and vibe-wise. And I kind of felt like it was a little nod to one of my favorite pop stars and maybe an era that she had. I kind of felt like my jacket in Philly was the Karma is my boyfriend jacket. I was singing that the whole time, but I know it wasn't the same jacket, but I was like, I felt like that was a little bit of a nod too. That's what I felt. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to see it afterwards. I've seen the sketches and so forth, so I'm excited to see it. What if it would like turns out to be the 22, like Erin, like come out in sequin shorts and a t-shirt? That'd be, I mean, stunning.
Speaking of appearances, I wanted to ask because in December, I know someone on social media kind of took the opportunity to comment on how you looked and your age and having wrinkles, God forbid. What is it like in the moment to see something like that?
I'd love to know what you're on and what you're doing for your age, sir, and maybe you could help me with mine. It's just honestly part of the gig. Sometimes you just feel like either being like, congratulations on being so perfect and not aging, but also, I think I was reading an article where Jennifer Aniston just said we really have to appreciate our bodies and everything that they go through. In the grand scheme of things, yeah, does it sting to kind of get older? Yeah, but is that the worst thing that's happening? We have to really love ourselves, care about ourselves, take care of ourselves. Unfortunately, it's part of the gig. If I'm going to be on television and I'm going to, stand up there, there's always people that are going to take shots. And I think it just reminds you that there are people and they all have their opinions, and that's a shame. And good for you for not getting old. But I know that that's not the case. So,
When it comes to like the traveling and the cold weather and the
sure.
dry air, I know you have issues with chronic dry eye,
Yep.
and how do you deal with that as well?
I was always like blinking a lot, kind of gritty, scratchy. I just thought, I'm tired. That's another, feeling that dry eyes gives you is that you're always tired. You're really not supposed to feel your eyes, which somebody told me that when we were doing a MyBo shoot. And I thought that that was incredible.
Yeah, that's so crazy that you can just be like, this is how life is supposed to be, and a doctor can be like, no.
It's really not. Yeah.
This is going to be your fourth Super Bowl that you'll be working. As a sideline reporter, do you get to watch the halftime show? And if so, which one has been your favorite that you've seen?
So that's a great question. I do get to watch the halftime show. I'm literally right there preparing my questions for the coach coming out at the half. My favorite one, I would have to say Lady Gaga when she performed. I think that was in Houston when she performed. That was pretty cool. I don't really get to sit back and enjoy it. I was just thinking of the last one I did, which was in Arizona. And who was that? Oh, that was Rihanna, because I'm so nervous about thinking about my what my question was. The last halftime show and the last Super Bowl I worked, Patrick Mahomes had just gotten hurt before the half. And I needed to make sure I could watch him coming out. And I was trying to, put together what I was going to say when we came back on air. And I knew that my hit was going to be a huge hit because people wanted to know how Patrick Mahomes was doing. So I was trying to practice. I was trying to figure out what I was going to say. And like umbrellas playing and Rihanna's from the, the sky. And I'm like, damn it, I gotta get this together. So you don't really get to enjoy it. My dream was that Taylor Swift was going to perform, which probably in the end wouldn't have been great for me if I was working the Super Bowl because I would have been so focused on getting the 22 hat or, you know, Fortnite or something like that. So you don't really get to focus a lot on it.
That makes sense. If anything, you're like, Rihanna, can you turn down the volume a little bit?
No,
Like,
no, no. It's more like, oh my gosh, I've got to like really, really pay attention, stop, looking at her and what she's doing up there. Yeah.